Good afternoon, everyone. So I just wanted to do a kit review with you guys. I actually was in a search. Well, let me start over. Some of you know that I have been wanting to reborn myself, and I have dallied in it a little bit. I have made a few, mostly just for family members. I haven't sold any yet. And I did just recently want to start two kits, which was Ashley from Bountiful Baby and also the Levi kit. Now I had two belly plates that I was trying to match up with their vinyl, which, oh my goodness. The one belly plate that I had paired up with Ashley, I put like 12 coats of paint on it, and yes, it lightened it extremely from bright orange or darker orange to at least a nice neutral skin tone, but the Ashley kit has a little bit of a rosy skin tone to it, I would guess. But yeah, so anyhow, I didn't really get started on the two kits themselves, is what I'm trying to say there. But in the process of this, I was wanting to, and I think this is funny because a lot of people in the community, I believe, is doing the same thing. But I wanted to, and I think I mentioned this before, make Ashley a twin. But originally, I was going to twin her up with the Denver Rose, which in a way I do think it's a great pair, those two. But I have been searching because, you know, I've always wanted Denver Rose since I actually saw an Inez channel. I fell in love with Inez's Denver Rose, and I got hooked. So I bought the kit and I stored it, and it's been there ever since. But anyhow, I think that I just want to keep her separate for later on, possibly. So anyhow, long story short, I've been looking for a twin for her, and I think I have found it. And I do believe I've heard a couple people even mention this one. Maybe not exactly the one I've decided on, but I went to each of the Reborns on Bountiful Baby, and I wanted to make sure the limbs are very similar. And what I had found is a set of twins that actually looked really similar as far as the feet, the legs, even the face, I thought. And I did want an open eye one. I didn't want two sleepers. So I did find this. So I just want to warn you now. So if you get a little queasy with, I guess, not reborn limbs, because they're going to be separate, I would say please not watch. But this is a kit review. And right now you're staring at, oh, that's another reason why I wanted this beautiful little girl here, because I am going to announce her name. Mostly because she had a pretty large vote towards one way or another, which doesn't surprise me because I really love the name. So before I show you the kit, I do want to introduce you to Isabella Rose. So yes, you guys voted hands down on that name, and I was kind of leaning that way myself. So thanks to everybody who joined in with the vote, and I appreciate it so much. And so yeah, this is Isabella. So very beautiful name for a very beautiful baby. Thanks again. So let me get started with this. Oh, also, instead of fighting with that belly plate with Ashley, I went ahead and I ordered two of the belly plates that actually went. There was a belly plate that went with this kit, and I just ordered two of them because the baby that I found actually has its own twin, which I think eventually I will order the other one, but I'm not necessarily going to pair it up or not. Could be possibly great triplets, but that's an ideal. You guys know how I feel about my twins. If I had a choice, every one of my reborns would have a twin. Anyhow, let me show you which one let me grab the COA too. Okay, sorry about that. So I chose, I guess it's pronounced the Aspen Awake. And yeah, this kit is so dead on. Now I'm going to put them side by side so you can see what I mean. But let me, even though she's so gorgeous, but we're going to move over so you can see what I'm looking at here. And it's starting to get dark outside, believe it or not. Since I'm on the side of the house here, it's probably going to look... I'm going to shine the light down here so you can see a little better. Okay. So, here is the face. Now, if you've seen the prototype of these babies, who is it is my favorite? Oh, goodness, I can't remember, but she was the artist that made the baby look like she was really focusing in. She had like little googly eyes. Oh, my favorite. So, here is the head. Very similar, even to the lips. Even the form of the head, I believe, and the ears are so close to Ashley. And like I said, I will pair them up. Now, these recent Reborn kits are close to how my babies looked when they were little, because they were all tiny. They were all under 6 pounds, except for one actually got to 6'13", which is my oldest daughter. She was my biggest baby. So, no, I'm sorry, I had a 6'13", 6'6", 4'10", and then 4 pounds 10 ounces, and then 5 pounds 2 ounces. So I had all tiny babies, and they all had this look to them as far as how these legs are. And I really, really liked the detail in the thigh here. These almost like ripples and not rolls here, because my babies had that. And underneath is where the rolls are on this one. And as you see on this foot, very, very, very wrinkly. If you guys can see how wrinkly. And I love how, if you noticed, these toes are longer than the big toe. I thought that was adorable. Okay, let me get the other leg out. So, on this side you can see how the wrinkles are more towards the back of the thigh and just a little bit towards the end, and then you've got the ripples here. And again, really, really wrinkled foot. And again, that toe's just kind of sticking up there. Really liked that look there. Now, as you guys know, on the Ashley kit, she has both fists. And this was very similar as well, because these are, this one here is a fist. And see how petite that hand is? Very similar to Ashley's fist. And he has those little ripples in his arm, and then the rolls on this side, creases. And I love that they're full-limbed kits. And then this one, she or he just has the little finger sticking up there, the index finger, but still a fist. And I remember my Angel used to have that one finger always sticking up. So yeah, alright, so this was the belly plate that was called for this kit. So I did order two, like I said. Let me see if I can somewhat set up. And I did want to show you the body, because I did get what was recommended for the Ashley kit. Originally, when I got my Ashley kit, which was right when they were released, the bodies that was recommended for it were sold out. So I ended up getting the 19-inch, which I'm not so sure. I will still try it. But I went ahead and ordered two, because he is, if at all, not much bigger than Ashley. So I feel like he should have, even though he's recommended to have the, he's actually recommended to have the 19-inch body, or she, I should say. Isn't that cute? I went ahead and got him the 17-inch body that was recommended for Ashley. But I do have 19-inch bodies available, so if it doesn't look right on him, I will switch back. But again, he does not look, and once I pair Ashley next to this kit here, you'll see what I mean as far as size. But this is a very nice body. Here's the body. It is to be 17-inch. And it does have the little bum bum. It's unfortunate it has all these things, so you can't really see as far as, I can't lay it flat because of the zip ties. But you can see it's going to be a very good fit. Well, maybe you can't see, but an ideal. So I dropped one of the zip ties. Alright, so I want to, now I have Ashley on my drying rack here, so I'm going to have to pull her off of that real quick. Alright, so, alright. So I almost feel like Ashley's head is bigger. Maybe this way, but I do feel like Ashley's head is a little bigger, but her face looks a little bit more petite, if that makes any sense at all. Like his head feels a lot smaller, and she has a bigger crown at the top of her head. So yeah, and she has their soft spots are pretty close to spot on, but yeah, she definitely has a bigger top portion. I'm trying to get it to where you can see the details. Bigger portion of the head there. Really like that indent there. Now I'll probably have to re-clean her. I'll probably just wipe her down with alcohol, because I did give her bubble bath, as we call it. I just used Dawn soap. Okay. This is the famous stretched out leg that everybody's going crazy over. And this is the leg that reminded me more of the Denver Rose, and that's why I kind of had that ideal. Also, I believe other people in the community thought that as well. But as you see, which I'll point it down, but it definitely is about the same length and thickness as this kit here. So that's why I just don't understand why this one was paired with a 19-inch body versus she was paired with a 17-inch body. And when you see them side by side, the size is almost identical. So this is the bent up leg, and she has a lot of wrinkles, but not as much as the Aspen kit has on this. His feet or her feet has a lot. She has some wrinkles, but not quite as many as he does. But I believe she has the cutest little legs. I'll let that one kind of turn in. And then she has very petite fist, but as I showed you, they're tiny, but not much bigger or smaller than his. Both fists turned in. This one looks a little bit more balled upwards, and this one's more flat, if that makes any sense. Very, very cute. So let me see if I can set this up. I might have to move Isabella over. Let me grab the belly plate. Oh, and these belly plates. Oh my goodness, guys. This belly button is my favorite. So realistic. And then the rib cage and the indentation right there. Very, very realistic on these belly plates. I want to order a bunch of them because I have a bunch of preemie kits that I think that I still have to reborn or whatever, that I think would be perfect. See, this changing table is kind of at a angle up, so it's kind of giving me a hard time here. Let me get her leg. There we go. So her belly plate's going to be kind of upwards. Okay, but as you can see, I kind of got the head. I was trying to go upwards so that way you can see. His belly plate, or her belly plate's a little down, but as you can see, as far as size, the Aspen appears to be smaller, definitely in the head portion. The arms seem to be about the same size to me there. as far as the length of the legs. As you can see, I've got the thigh evened up right there, and this is the stretch out one, and he's kind of bent sideways. So they're pretty much perfect as far as, if you guys can see, as size. So I really think these two would be a great set of twins, and I even think his his twin actually is the leaf, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think these would be great triplets. If anybody was looking for triplets, these three would be perfect. That's my opinion, but I think eventually that's what I was going to wait for a surprise and announce this, but I might as well say it now. So eventually, probably next month, I'll order the twin to him, and then I'm just going to try to work slowly one at a time until I have triplets. But I mean, this kid here, I mean, definitely, in my opinion, the lips are almost identical. Just the expression, in my opinion, is a little different as far as the lips. This one lip here is that maybe might be able to, or might be starting to smile, is what I think. And Ashley's kind of puckering her top lip out. I will say Ashley has a bigger nose. She's definitely got a bigger nose. But yeah, I definitely think these two, and definitely even, I have not seen Leaf in person, but when I do, I gotta imagine it would be a good triplet. But when I studied the limbs on Bountiful Baby's website, I definitely think this one's limbs was closer to Ashley by far. But I just wanted to share these two kits with you a little bit more in detail, and just kind of do a side-by-side compare them side by side. I'll be okay. And like I said, I love these belly plates, so I definitely want to go back and order more. But I want to see what you guys think as usual. Comment below on what you think of my ideal in the future triplets of these guys. What you think as far as if they do look similar. Just what you think, all in all. And thanks again for voting for Miss Isabella. Let me put the light back on her. There she is. She's so adorable, guys. Let me see if I can, even though she's just so tuckered out and sleeping away. Let me get her to look at you a little more. She's all curled up. So sweet. Oh, love this one. And I think she looks super cute in this outfit, too. Alright, everyone. I will let you go for now. Hopefully I can do another video tonight. But if not, I will see you guys in a later video. Bye.